Song Jinwoo has returned, stronger than ever after claiming his new role as the necromancer. The young hero looks worn out, but a timely call from his sister Jaina pulls him from his daze. Sensing he's still groggy, she teases, "Min, don't tell me you've forgotten it's parent-teacher day for me today." This jolts Jinwoo fully awake, and moments later he arrives at school with a star-like presence. Looking every bit the celebrity, Jinwoo draws stares, making Jaina double-check if this is really her brother. With a playful, innocent face, he replies, "Is this so strange?" Jinwoo usually sticks to casual workout clothes, but for an important event like this, I need to look sharp. I won't let my little sister lose face in front of friends and teachers. Along the way, the female students are captivated by Jinwoo's handsome vibe. Jaina notices and smiles, asking if he needs an introduction to anyone. Knowing her brother is single, she sighs and pinches his cheek, scolding softly, "You're such a busybody." Inside, the homeroom teacher praises Jaina as an outstanding student, excelling in both character and academics, a true role model for her peers. Hearing this, Jinwoo beams with pride, always striving to give her the best. The teacher shares that Jaina's mock exam scores are high enough for medical school admission. She urges the family not to pile on pressure, letting her grow naturally. As the meeting wraps up, the teacher, fond of her student, adds more. She asks if, as her brother, Jinwoo would support Jaina if she awakened as a hunter. Jinwoo vows he'd never let her take on such a dangerous path like his own. Relieved, the teacher mentions one more thing about Song Yi. That afternoon, Jinwoo meets her. At first, she doesn't recognize him due to his rapid changes. Cutting to the chase, he shows a photo of himself with Jaina. He never expected the world to be so small. Turns out she's Jaina's friend. Song Yi knows the teacher mentioned something to him, so she's firm about not going back to school. As an experienced hunter, Jinwoo explains that as a rank E, she can't earn enough to survive. Joining his team might pay off like before, but that's rare. Song Yi ignores him, pointing out she's rank E like him. Frustrated by her naivety, he agrees to support her as a hunter, but only if she follows his lead. The scene shifts to the airport, welcoming an unwelcome guest back to Korea. Jin Chul greets the rank S hunter, Hwang Dong-soo. He mocks the country as musty as ever, surprised by the association manager's personal welcome. When asked how long he'll stay, he bluntly says he has no desire to linger. Jin Chul knows the real reason. It's tied to the deaths of Hwang Dong-soo's associates. Hwang Dong-soo snaps, "I know, drop the act. If it were just about meeting those two, the association wouldn't be watching me this closely." First, he plans to eliminate Jinwoo, as dungeon events stay buried. If Jin Chul tries to stop him, let's see what happens. Jin Chul insists he's just fulfilling his duties. The scene cuts to Go Gun-hee and Choi Jong-in, whose team has retrieved a sea-fallen monster's body. It seems these creatures are trying to fly to new lands. Though they can't fly far yet, it's a growing threat. That evening, Jinwoo takes Song Yi to a training gate. He had contacted Sang Min for help, and despite being tricked before, Sang Min is glad to assist. They realize Song Yi is the girl from last time. Jinwoo apologizes for imposing again, asking to join their raid. Sang Min brushes it off, surprised they're here for training. With many gates appearing, it's a good opportunity. A fully armored hunter arrives, urging them on. Sang Min introduces him as Kim Chul, a rank A tank. At a glance, he's built for defense. This training is for younger members, with Kim Chul as the rank A leader. He grumbles about being stuck with 2 rank Es, like extra weight. Sang Min outlines the team. 10 members, 1 rank A, 5 rank Bs, 2 rank Cs, and Jinwoo's pair. Jinwoo hopes to show Song Yi the dungeon's brutality to change her mind, but this strong team might not scare her. It's just a rank C gate, unlikely to intimidate. The assistant reminds Jinwoo to behave, and the raid team enters casually. Song Yi seems thrilled, especially with her handsome brother leading. But as they step in, Jinwoo senses something wrong. The green gate turns red, radiating terrifying energy. Realizing the danger, he tries to pull Song Yi out, but it's too late. Only their heads can poke through. He asks Sang Min to contact the White Tiger's main force. After hearing about the rank C gate turning red, Baek Yoon-ho is shocked and heads there immediately. Inside, the team is transported to another dimension. Snow surrounds them, and the gate vanishes. Kim Chul recognizes it as a red gate. Song Yi asks, and Jinwoo explains. Unlike normal gates, this isolates them completely, with no exit until the boss is defeated. Outside help is impossible, and monsters are far stronger. As he finishes, an arrow flies toward the weakest. A rank C hunter falls instantly, but Jinwoo shields Song Yi. The rank B girl watches in shock. Kim Chul spots the ice goblins from afar. Jinwoo hadn't sensed their killing intent. If it were 2 months ago, he might have been the target. Song Yi stares at the goblin like a demon, terrified. They gesture threats, infuriating Jinwoo. This is just their greeting to hunters. Innocently, Song Yi asks her senior, "What are those things, attacking so viciously?" He replies that ice goblins are ruthless, feared as the white ghosts in cold regions. Kim Chul stabilizes the team, warning this red gate is rank B or higher. To survive, follow the strong like him. But he can't protect everyone, so the lower ranks are split off. Staying puts them at risk of freezing or being hunted. He promises safety for those who follow. The rank Bs agree. The remaining rank C tries to join but is pushed away. Naturally, Jinwoo and Song Yi are left behind. Time here passes differently. 1 day equals 1 hour outside, potentially lasting weeks. Without defeating the boss, they'd abandon the weak. Kim Chul encourages not to despair. If his group wins, all can return. Suddenly, the rank B girl requests to join Jinwoo's side, and it's granted. Kim Chul thinks she's pitying them. She tells Jinwoo that Kim Chul missed the arrow, yet he caught it barehanded. Clearly Jinwoo's strong, so she's switching sides. Having her along eases Song Yi. After splitting, the high-rank hunters take the main path. Jinwoo heads into the forest, wishing each other luck. Kim Chul's team finds claw marks on trees, realizing it's ice bear territory. They agree Jinwoo led the others to death. Kim Chul wonders why he assumed Jinwoo was leading. There's also the rank C and rank B, Park Hin. Before more thought, white bears charge. The team defends, intimidated by their size. Kim Chul urges survival, using his taunt to draw the first bear, blocking it with his shield. As rank A, this is child's play for him. He slices one in half, but the others press on fearlessly. Meanwhile, Park Hin tells Jinwoo to stop, pointing out the bear claws everywhere. Going deeper guarantees a fight. Jinwoo counters that it's their territory, so they must push in to avoid smarter ice goblin hunts. Park Hin is impressed by his strategy. The real issue is the cold. Jinwoo feels it and checks his status to get warm clothes for everyone. They're baffled, as even high-rank hunters can only carry a few items via spatial magic. Song Yi, witnessing Jinwoo's madness, asks what kind of being he is. He coolly ruffles her hair, saying, "I dragged you into this, so I'll protect you. In return, no questions, just follow my decisions." She nods obediently. Jinwoo warns the others not to ask or demand anything from him. The bears catch their scent. While the others freeze in fear, Jinwoo stands firm, activating overcome adversity and assassin skills to boost his stats. Outside the gate, Baekhyunho worries, unable to intervene as a rank S. Sang Min mentions Jinwoo inside, asking his rank. Baekhyunho suspects he's a second awakener. Though unconfirmed, Jinwoo's strength is real. Tension rises as Jin Chul brings Hwang Dong-soo, worsening things. Hwang Dong-soo taunts Baekhyunho, who retorts about him abandoning Korea. Hwang Dong-soo counters, asking why Jinwoo can be here if he can't. As a rank S, he knows much, but it's bad luck he's caught in this. He assumes Jinwoo's dead inside. Jin Chul, knowing Jinwoo's there, acts surprised, saying he's lucky to avoid Hwang Dong-soo. Inside, Jinwoo's overwhelming power obliterates the bears. The others are stunned. A rank E can fight barehanded like that. Leveling up from the hunt, Jinwoo notes red gates give more experience. They sit by a fire, roasting bear meat. Thanks to Jinwoo, they're safe. Park Hin calls him strange, while Song Yi finds him incredibly cool. He summons the Shadow Army and Igris for the bears' lair. It's their first mission. The battle rages. The bears have home advantage and brute strength, but Jinwoo's army has superior skills, backed by mages. It's going well, but reviving shadow soldiers drains MP. The bear leader charges in, wiping out soldiers easily. Spells barely scratch it, and its wide area attacks drain Jinwoo's mana. Jinwoo sends Igris. He advances with the aura of a true warrior, dodging the bear's attack and severing its arm. Igris pierces and slices the beast. Jinwoo is amazed, knowing Igris once humbled him. The bear rages but is beheaded. Jinwoo thinks even now he might not beat his own general. He praises Igris and recalls him. Meanwhile, Kim Chul's team is chased by ice goblins, fleeing in panic. Under the Ice King's watch, Jinwoo resurrects the bears as his army. It's a solid gain. Outside, 3 hours have passed, but inside, days have gone by. Hwang Dong-soo thinks Jinwoo's dead. As he leaves, he spots Jinwoo, confused since he's not with White Tiger. This worries Sang Min, who admits inviting him as a friend. Hwang Dong-soo grabs Sang Min, suspecting something. Baekhyunho defends him, telling Hwang Dong-soo to back off. They exchange power, making Sang Min nervous. Their rivalry adds fuel. Kim Chul's group is starving and freezing in the forest. He regrets not having gear, then finds the bear carcasses Jinwoo left. Shocked, he denies the rank E's did this, blaming the white ghosts. Outside, after their clash, Jin Chul blocks the impact. He jokes about not breaking his arm but acknowledges their strength. Hwang Dong-soo doubts, recalling Jinwoo's last check as rank E. He sees through the lie. Getting a message, Hwang Dongsu leaves, calling Jinwoo lucky. Humiliating, the young man thinks it's the white ghost's doing. Outside, after Dongshu and Byun-ho land their punches, Kim Chun steps in to block. He says thanks to holding back, his arm didn't break on impact. But let's be fair, he's tough enough to face two S-rank hunters. Dongshu is suspicious, not sure what's going on. Suspicious of something, but about 2 months ago, I was the one who checked Jinwoo's stats. I confirmed he's still an E-rank hunter, no changes. That guy doesn't believe it, thinks it's just the tip of the iceberg. Such lies work on others but not on him. After getting a message from someone, he had to back off. They have to leave, calling Min incredibly lucky. Sang-min knows Jinwoo's abilities best, so he trusts he'll escape safely. Inside, the three are laughing and joking, totally relaxed. Everything is perfectly set up by Jinwoo. Kim Chun sees this and boils with rage, wondering why the weak ones survive while his group suffers. In my view, no. On top of that, there are warm coats, tents, and all kinds of food. Suspecting they hid resources, he pushed forward. The young man claimed his team died from lack of food and water, yet they lounged in comfort without sharing. From the start, he couldn't face his own role in leading them to death, so he shifted the blame. The three of them. Kim Chun guesses Hin knew from the start and chose to stay. He demands to know the mastermind, or he'll cut them all down. Unlucky for him, Jinwoo arrives, grabs his head, and drags him away to shut him up. Jinwoo scolds him for being a fool, dragging dangerous guests along. Now, they all sense the demand to drop the invisibility. Suddenly, a whole army of ice goblins appears. Most strikingly, their boss is right there, terrifying the three. The enemies are surprised to see a gem mixed in with the group. They exchange a few words, astonishing the Demon King. It's the first time anyone understood his language. Hearing this, Jinwoo feels a brief shock, caught off guard. Hin asks if he can speak the monster tongue too. He realizes it's just the system interfering, nothing major. The Demon King finds this easy to chat about. He mentions his scouts reported an incredibly strong human among them. As the one who spotted it, he wants to fight Jinwoo, but before he finishes, the young man strikes him down. Then, challenging him for daring to mock us before, the two powerhouses dive into battle, exciting the Demon King. He holds back from fighting, asking why a non-human like him mixes with the weak. Jinwoo doesn't get what he means. The Demon King figures even Jinwoo doesn't know his own identity. He starts to explain. The Ice Ghost always hears a voice demanding to kill humans, but facing Jinwoo, it's silent. This proves Jinwoo is truly special. Hearing this, I get it, they're all controlled by the system. As a player himself, Jinwoo doesn't trigger that command. The enemies see no point in pointless battles. He offers a smart solution: hand over the others. That way, they won't touch Jinwoo. Jinwoo doesn't agree right away, asking what they really are. Why attack humans out of nowhere? That question seems blocked by the system, no answer allowed. The Demon King assumes Jinwoo will go along. The Demon King asks, is Jinwoo sure he wants to make enemies of us? He's outnumbered completely. Jinwoo smiles, summons his full army, and asks which side. The three in the middle are stunned amid the beast horde. Jinwoo is shocked it's all his doing. The two leaders trade threats, then unleash their armies. When titans clash, the little ones suffer, so the three try to slip away. Some attempt a sneak attack, but Jinwoo's blade shatters their arrows instantly. The young man admits the enemy isn't wrong to underestimate him. Though immortal, his shadow army drains mana fast. In this standoff, they might not last long. Song Yi asks if hunter battles are always like this. The woman says no, it would scare her off. Baran underestimates, calling for Jinwoo and Igris. They coordinate, revealing hidden skills. No sooner said than Jinwoo unleashes a fireball from his mage squad. The massive explosion jolts Kim Chun awake. Fuming from Jinwoo's beating, he lunges for revenge. The Ice King finds it amusing but fails to see it's all part of Jinwoo's scheme. Igris is summoned to block the view. As Barca approaches, he suddenly faces the new warrior. Jinwoo logs out the fool to make him useful, as he's worthless like this. He names his new shadow general Iron, and as an A-rank hunter, he's a real asset. Iron taunts the enemy to draw BCA's attention. The foe is an assassin type, so the heavy fighter stands no chance. Watching from inside, Song Yi asks her companion, is this how hunter battles always go? She denies it, saying if she'd seen this earlier, she probably wouldn't have become a hunter. The Ice King finds the big guy boring and urges Min and Igris to join the fight together. Obliging, they coordinate seamlessly with the two shadow generals. Barca underestimates his opponents, unaware Jinwoo still hides some skills. Seizing the moment when he's off guard, Jinwoo strikes true. But he dodges the fatal blow. He admits his foe is incredibly strong, yet the minions are no match. Glancing around, he sees the entire Ice Elf tribe has fallen. Fuming with rage, he charges in wildly. To his surprise, Jinwoo tosses his weapon aside. It seems foolish at first, But No Min's plan is to create an unexpected twist, using his ability to summon objects from afar. Iron is summoned to lock down the target. The mage squad unleashes spells, scorching the area. Cornered, Barca roars in fury. Suddenly, Jinwoo closes in unnoticed. He declares the battle's end and orders Iron to deliver the finishing blow. Though tired, Jinwoo levels up successfully. Turning around, he sees the guy acting foolish, pounding on the body. Jinwoo warns, everything has its limits, but Iron doesn't get it, beaming with pride over his victory. Jinwoo returns to his team, announcing it's all over. The gate opens on its own, filling the three with overwhelming relief. Outside, the others are still waiting. They step out, and Baek Yoonho mistakenly cheers, thinking it's Kim Chun. Yet, the harsh reality hits hard. Jinwoo and Song Yi emerge as the last ones, filling Sang Min with joy. The gate slams shut behind them, shocking the guildmaster. He asks about the others, but Hin can only bow her head in silence. He can't fathom what horrors unfolded inside. With only the low-rank hunters returning, once it's all settled, Min urges his sister to head home. He's blocked by the White Tiger guildmaster. Claiming he's exhausted, he shows no cooperation, brushing off the hand and snapping that they should ask those two instead. Baek Yoonho sees this young man as outright disrespectful, daring to underestimate him, so he shifts into battle form as a threat. With 6 members missing, as the leader, he must demand answers and uncover the truth. Hearing this, Min glares back, reminding him that he saved the other two. If he's all about responsibility, he should at least say thanks. Baek Yoonho is taken aback by the truth in Min's words, so he lets go and bows his head in apology to the group. Once Jinwoo leaves, the guildmaster asks Hin about that guy. Why is he so prickly? She doesn't know either. Ever since defeating the boss, Min's mood has turned sour. Sang Min steps in to defend him, saying it's probably just exhaustion. Jinwoo's not a bad guy at heart. The guildmaster insists they must invite this young man by any means. His sister is escorted home safely, overjoyed and a bit shy, calling Min's name warmly, hoping for his care next time. Jinwoo is at a loss for words, seeing her still unwilling to give up after witnessing such terror. On the way back, he pulls out his reward from the battle the weapon from Barca. Earlier, Min had tried to tease the Ice King but failed 3 times, which explains his earlier frustration. The next day, his brother Jin Ho shows up to invite him to work, noticing his new gear. He's baffled by it all. Today, even Song Yi joins in, leaving his brother confused. They act so close, making the young man suspect that his big brother must have won her over somehow. He reminds Song Yi that she's still a minor, but Min doesn't care. Entering the dungeon, Jin Ho witnesses for the first time the Shadow Army at work under Min's command. Baek Yoonho asks about Jinwoo. He says he'll be busy and unreachable. Drunk, Jin Ho expresses fears of being a burden, comparing to his real brother who hates him. He wishes Jinwoo were family. Jinwoo doesn't mind and toasts, calling Jin Ho his brother. They celebrate future plans. In America, Jinwoo's father is detained, claiming he was in a gate for 10 years, connected to another. It's unprecedented. They fear he's a monster and call Hwang Dong-soo for questioning. He struggles with the name Sung Jin-hoon. Back with Jinwoo, he bids Jaina farewell for a week, saying he's traveling, and secure the license. When the guildmaster asks about Jinwoo, he says he'll be busy soon and hard to reach. Buzzing from the drinks, the younger one opens up, fearing his senior might see him as a bother and useless. After hitting his initial goal, he doesn't dare disturb him more. He even mentions having an older brother who's a full decade ahead. Even as family, he's disliked by his dad. Compared to that guy, Min has always protected and helped in every way. Sometimes, he wishes Jinwoo were his real brother, that would be perfect. Truth is, he doesn't dislike the young man at all. So, he pours a drink and declares from now on he'll treat him like a brother. Hearing that, Jin Ho is deeply touched, lost for words. They keep the party going, toasting to future plans. Shifting scenes to America, since they can't verify the man's identity, they've locked up Min's dad. According to his story, he's been trapped in a gate for 10 years, but somehow it connected to another gate in America. This incident has no precedent, so they fear he might be a monster in human form and call in another S-rank hunter for questioning. Hwang Dong-soo, being Korean, will make talks easier. Asking the man his name reveals it's a bit tough to pronounce. It's Sung Jin Ho. Back to Min, it's just dawn now. It's time to say goodbye to his sister. Jinwoo says he'll be gone about a week and reminds Gina to stay safe at home. She thinks he's overworking and going on a vacation, even joking he might be with some girl, leaving him speechless. In reality, he's heading to the blazing castle to conquer it. His last fight with Shoes was at level 20, but now he's triple that, so theoretically it's no longer a threat. He steps through the first floor gate. Sung Jin-woo gets a system quest to slay demons, as this castle is full of them. The condition: collect 10,000 souls from them. It's amazing. His real target is elsewhere, so he sees this as just a warm-up. Whether it's 10,000 or 100,000, he'll handle it. It's the same, he'll push through. The next day, Jinho gets the papers from the association and talks to his dad. He wants to manage the guild himself, not hand it to his brother. Dad sees him committing fully, even as Jin-sung pushes his own plans. He calls his brother's idea of bringing outsiders as guildmaster too risky. Before explaining more, Dad agrees right away. Since he's heard of Jinwoo's feats, first, the total wipe of Hwang Dong-soo's raid team, then the hunter supervisor killing a criminal. Surviving two such dangers isn't luck, it's real power. Recently, with his son, he's completed all the raids needed for qualifications. Just yesterday, Dad learned from the White Tiger Guild about a Class C gate turning red, leading to many high-rank hunters vanishing. The few survivors included Sung Jin-woo, proving his immense strength. That's why Dad fully trusts him now. Thanks to that, his son secured the guildmaster license. Building ties with someone that legendary is a smart move. So, he agrees to hand over the new guild management to Jin-ho and rely on him instead of his elder son. But there's a condition. It involves recruiting Sung Jin-woo. The White Tiger Guild is trying hard to recruit for this, but it's not going well. If his son is already close to the guy, it'll be much smoother. Jin-ho promises to bring his senior into the guild, delighting his dad. Back to Sung Jin-woo, he's taken down plenty of black demons. Too bad he can't use soul extraction here, or he'd have an army of dark forces. The only reward is access to higher floors. Ahead, a light pillar appears, proving it's beckoning him. This dungeon is insanely vast, like an entire city crammed into one building. The distance is huge, so Sung Jin-woo summons his bear companion for ease. The leader responds to its master's call, charging through enemies without a second thought. Truly reliable, it's like a tank rolling over the demons. Sung Jin-woo is thrilled, so he names the bear Tank, switching to Hunter Song Yi-han, who's reflecting on recent events. After recovering the monster's body, they should have announced it, but her guildmaster kept it quiet. The Hunter Association ordered secrecy on the feathers to prevent panic. This is a sensitive time, easy to spark chaos. Luckily, those terrifying monsters can't reach them yet, so it's perfect for recruiting strong members before the big battle. For Sung Jin-woo, he realizes this isn't an S-rank dungeon, it's too easy. The demons here are at most B rank. They're numerous, but without brains, they're no real threat. Sung Jin-woo has already conquered several floors. With plenty of food and water in tow, he's living like a king in this world. He suspects there are 100 floors total. The big question, by the end, how powerful will he become? That 10,000 demons quest isn't done yet. The biggest worry is the food he's carrying. He planned for a week, but this might take half a month. Most important is his promise to his sister, so Sung Jin-woo pushes to speed up. After finishing the 10,000 souls quest, he faces the boss. To counter him, it summons the Dark Army. The red text warns Sung Jin-woo that this is a serious threat to him. Outside, the White Tiger Guild is trying to recruit him. How strange they've lost track of him for a whole week. Hye-in and Sang-min know his power, so they're on this mission. After asking Jin-ah, they learn her brother went on a trip. The mystery is, investigations show Sung Jin-woo never left the country or joined any raids. Inside, he orders his shadow soldiers to handle the minions while he takes on the boss. Igris leads the charge, wiping out hordes of enemies. Lately, every level up, Sung Jin-woo invests in intelligence, allowing him to store more shadow soldiers. Energy is an issue, but it's better than during the Red Gate ordeal. Now, he won't worry about draining too much and losing his edge in battle. Wondering how long the boss will stay put, in a flash, it slips behind to attack. It's unreal. What's baffling is how such a massive form moves at lightning speed. Sung Jin-woo dodges and sends his foe flying with a powerful strike. His combat skills have grown incredibly strong. This red demon is as tough as Shu was before. When it closes in, Sung Jin-woo calls on Iron for a shield to minimize damage. He endures hundreds of brutal hits from the enemy. The dungeon boss's absurd agility is what makes it so tricky for Min. He seizes the chance for a finishing blow but ends up taking the hit himself. Luckily, Sung Jin-woo dodges and realizes his moves can't fool this creature. To take it down, he must first lock its bizarre movements. So, he circles around and spots the perfect trap. The dungeon boss's rage makes it lose its cool, falling right into the trap. Using the smoke as cover, Sung Jin-woo delivers a one-hit kill. Back to Sung Jin-ho, he's met Hwang Dong-soo. Knowing they're calling him a monster, he acts dismissive and tells them to stop the nonsense. He warns he's in a foul mood. Still, he asks how much humanity knows about the gates and monsters. He explains that what they see is just the tip of the iceberg. There's something far more terrifying that humanity can't handle. The power causing the worst disasters has finally awakened. Dong-soo is completely baffled. Jinho's mission is to stop that catastrophe. Huang Dongsu thinks with so many hunters in the world. What? He says numbers don't matter. He admits the guy is strong but not experienced enough. The opponent sees the name on the file and asks if he remembers his own son. Of course he does, since he named Sung Jinwoo himself. Hearing that name, Huang Dongsu radiates killing intent. He's been hunting the son, and now fate delivers the father. That scoundrel claims Sung Jinwoo is dead and demands to know if there's anything left to deny. Then the clash begins, but he ends up getting beaten like a dog by Sung Jinwoo's dad. Huang Dongsu is knocked out cold, losing all his fighting ability and causing massive damage. Over in America, Sung Jinwoo has cleared more challenges, leaving even stronger monsters in awe. Before the might of the Dark Army, Sung Jinwoo had to pause his journey, as his supplies of food ran dry. Now at level 75, with 25 floors still ahead, it's exhausting, but the rewards are truly priceless. Those fearsome monsters drop rare gear that boosts his stats remarkably. From the hints, it seems he's still got more surprises in store. He's missing one key item to unlock the full effects. Plus, there are extras that could supercharge a mage's power, making him even mightier. And there's a key with no details revealed. Sung Jinwoo's main goal? Snagging the World Tree fragment and 2 rare items to cure his mom. Stepping out of the gate, his face is etched with deep disappointment. He's still missing one ingredient for the elixir of life. The last item is the purified blood of the Demon King. To get it, he'll need to prepare thoroughly. Thanks to grinding in the Demon Castle, Sung Jinwoo's stats and levels have soared, yet his official rank is still E, making it tough to access top-tier stuff. Joining high-level raids means being in a guild. He tells himself to drop this silly act, as it'll get exposed eventually. Next goal, redo his hunter registration. The next morning, Sung Jinwoo arrives at headquarters for a stat check. White Tiger members are there, scouting for recruits. Hun Kik-chun spots Sung Jinwoo and quickly calls Bi Yun-ho to come personally and invite him. Unaware of this, Sung Jinwoo heads in for his test. He sees some newcomers looking scared, wondering about their ranks. It feels nostalgic to him. A companion advises that anything above E rank is enough to live comfortably, making him chuckle. When called, Sung Jinwoo shares his name and the testing method is simple. Just place your hand on the black sphere, and the system outputs the results. This new staff member has never seen an error before, so she keeps asking Jinwoo to retry. But every time it shows red, forcing her to call for help. Go, the experienced one, steps in and immediately notices the red text appearing. He already knows Jinwoo is Korea's 10th S-rank hunter. It's not a device glitch, it's because his magical power surpasses all measurement limits. Outside, Choi Jong-in and Jin Chul are discussing the feathered monster incident. The research team is starting dissections, so results will come soon. They're analyzing cell samples and the remaining magical energy to calculate everything. That young man realizes things have been chaotic lately, especially with the red gate appearing near White Tiger. On top of that, an outsider joined the raid and ended up slaying the dungeon boss. They ask Jin Chul if he knows who that mysterious figure is. Of course he knows, but he dares not say a word. He just says he was there that day, but had to leave early, so he's not sure what happened next. Hearing that, Dong-in lets it go. The waiting hall is buzzing with excitement, so he wants to check it out. Jin Chul thinks it's probably some new high-rank awakeners celebrating a bit too wildly. Inside, after hearing that Jinwoo's power can't be measured, many people look shocked. This kind of chaos has only happened 9 times before, and Jinwoo is the 10th hunter to achieve it. The director tries to convey the key points so Jinwoo can prepare. He's thrilled, knowing Sang, Min's eye for talent was spot on. Just then, the Guild Hunters chairman walks in, drawing everyone's attention. To him, rumored to be the pinnacle of fire magic, a hunter nicknamed the Ultimate Weapon. Dong-in glances at Jinwoo, sensing the terrifying aura around him, and realizes this is the source of the commotion. Naturally, he can't miss this rare chance, so he introduces himself and invites Jinwoo for a quick chat. Jinwoo brushes it off casually, saying he's busy. This sparks whispers among the crowd. The chairman thinks maybe Jinwoo didn't catch his name, so he checks with Jin Chul, who confirms it was mentioned. Clearly, the chairman is overestimating his own influence. By the time he turns back, Jinwoo has vanished without a trace. Truly impressive. This shows he's in the assassin class. Right then, Bi-yoon rushes in, panting heavily, and his friend pieces it all together. The White Tiger headquarters isn't nearby, yet he's run here breathless, proving just how significant Jinwoo is, and he's the one who took down the boss at the Red Gate. Hearing that the young man has left, he's a bit disappointed. Then spotting Dong-in here, it's like the final blow. This guy is the last person he wants sniffing around Jinwoo's affairs. That night, he visits his mother in the hospital, and seeing her like this fills him with deep sadness. He hopes she'll hold on a little longer, as a cure for her illness is on the way, for now. Stepping outside, he sees Jin Chul there. He tells him he's the one who exposed his flaws in judging people. His surveillance department tracks hunters and enforces discipline when needed. Hearing this, he asks if he's now under surveillance. Jin Chul reassures him it's not about crimes, so he shouldn't worry. His department is the only one that can control hunters. However, for an S-rank like Jinwoo, they have no real power. The reason he's here today is to ask Jinwoo to meet someone special. He approaches slowly, leaving him in shock. Chairman Go Gun-hee is truly extraordinary. First, he congratulates the talented young man on being confirmed as an S-rank. Though the news hasn't been announced, it's certain Jinwoo will need a few more evaluations, but mostly, it won't change, so he can relax. The extra step was just to buy time for this meeting. It gives the association a chance to reach out to talent before he joins another guild. Many strong ones slip away to other groups, drawn by income and fame from top guilds. The department head is one of the rare top A ranks who still join the association. The old man gets straight to the point. He wants to invite Jinwoo to join and stand alongside them. If he agrees, they'll prepare a key position for him. When asked why, it's because the ones protecting the nation aren't the government, it's hunters shielding people from monsters. At the center are the 5 major guilds. Luckily, they're barely maintaining a fragile balance, but if Jinwoo joins any of them, it could shatter. The association is the 6th force keeping them in check. You can see how vital people like him are. So, Jinwoo joining the association would pressure the 5 guilds while preserving the balance. Deep down, the chairman thinks, if he joins someday, he'd hand over his seat to this young man. Jinwoo admits it's a solid offer. A position in the association promises real advancement. Beyond the government and media, no one has the power to touch Chairman Go Gun-hee. Plus, in terms of strength, he's incredibly formidable. A one-on-one fight with him would be risky. Jinwoo might not win. He's the first S-rank hunter in the country. It's amazing how, at over 80, he's still so muscular. He thinks accepting this could turn his life around, but he apologizes and declines, making the chairman assume it's about money. Yet, it's not. He wants to fight in dungeons, where he truly belongs. His gaze surprises the old man, as every word is genuine. It touches his heart, reminding him how long it's been since he felt this spark. In his mind, he wishes he could be 10 years younger to join him on the path ahead. But that's impossible, so he lets it go. Jinwoo excuses himself to go home, as his sister is alone. Watching him leave, Chairman Go Gun-hee recalls the disappointment of knowing even an S-rank healer can't stop aging. Yet, now it feels like youthful passion is surging through him. He wants to cancel all upcoming meetings to avoid disrupting this feeling. Even if the department head suggests a drink, he agrees right away. Meanwhile, Jinwoo thinks the association only handles D or E rank dungeons, but he needs to level up fast to save his mother. That's part of why he turned down the offer. He can't afford to stay stagnant when he still has room to grow. The scene shifts to America, where Hwang Dong-soo has woken up after being beaten by Jinwoo's father. The deputy director comes in to ask about the man named Sung Jinwoo. He wants to know if that guy is really a monster. Hwang Dong-soo bitterly confirms it. Now, the management bureau is hunting for that monstrous man, but they're not sure they can handle someone who left him in this state. Hearing this, Dong-soo explodes in rage, seeing it as a humiliation. Earlier, his father threatened him. Try touching his family, and death won't be an escape. For an S-rank hunter to be threatened like that is utterly shameful. So, he vows to seek revenge when he has what he needs. Back with Jinwoo, he's shopping for high-grade gear. With the hunter business booming, weapons are up for auction online in abundance, but the prices are steep, giving him a headache. He needs to gear up fully to conquer the Demon Castle. Stores don't have much that catches his eye. The best plan is to sell some items for cash to buy equipment. The issue is people will question how an E-rank like him got rare items. So, he needs to fake evidence from an A-rank gate. That way, when he sells, no one will trace the origin. Coincidentally, online there was information about recruiting A-rank dungeon explorers. How convenient. The next morning, the chairman looked at Sung Jinwoo's young photo from last year and was shocked. Sung Jinwoo had changed so much now, he was no longer as immature as before. Woo Jin-chul added more about his family's situation. His mother was seriously ill and unconscious. His younger sister was studying, so Sung Jinwoo's income was the only thing that supported the family. Note: subtitle 126 seems to be cut off in the original message, so I'm translating based on the provided text up to this point. If this is incomplete, please clarify. How did they hear that? At the same time, Sung Jin-woo has been accepted as an E rank for the job. Big raids like this divide tasks clearly. The attack team just eliminates monsters. The rest is handled by non-combatants, while Choi Jong-in leads the charge. He tells everyone to fall back so he can hold back, keeping the monster corpses valuable for sale. He reminds the girl with the keen nose to be careful with smells, or she might get sick. Later, they return, surprising Sung Jin-woo a bit, even though he knows how strong they are. The rest is handled by those without combat skills, while inside, Choi Jong-in leads the charge. He calls for everyone to fall back so he can hold back his power, preserving the monsters' bodies for maximum value when sold. He reminds the girl with the keen nose to be careful with the smells, or she might get sick. Later, they emerge, leaving Sung Jin-woo a bit surprised, even though he knew his opponent was incredibly strong. His opponent is powerful, but pulling off an A-rank gate raid without a single injury is truly astonishing. Plus, Sung Jin-woo couldn't help but notice Cha Hae-in too. The aura she radiates is absolutely terrifying. He wonders how many people in the world could match that. She senses someone equally strong nearby, but when she turns to look, there's no one there. It feels just like when Chairman Go Gun-hee makes an appearance. But that intense aura vanished in an instant. The excavation team got to work. Sung Jin-woo was eager to test how tough the A-rank gate boss really is, but then someone bumped into him. Knowing he was E-rank, the guy initially thought about starting trouble, but one look into the young man's eyes made him back off in fear. After watching how Sung Jin-woo worked, he was even more shocked at an E-rank who's as strong as a bull. During the break, Sung Jin-woo proved his worth by asking for extra shifts, but really, it was to check out the boss. He was thrilled, wanting to use that 1-hour window for some thrilling adventure. Spotting the boss's room, Sung Jin-woo was tempted to take it down, but he knew he couldn't. With the gate about to close, he figured a quick strike would do the trick. Before he could act, Cha Hae-in appeared, asking what the young man was up to. He was quite shocked, as he hadn't even sensed her approach.